Hi, I'm Jimmy Chang. We're here to talk about how to inverse a polynomial function. Now, to inverse a polynomial function, you actually want to follow the same steps as you would to find the inverse of any function. And let's talk about these steps right now. So first of all, to find the inverse of any function, polynomial or not, you want to replace f of x with y. Oftentimes, a function is labeled f of x, and sometimes they're labeled with y. So just to be on the safe side, if you see a function that's labeled f of x, replace it with y. This first step is primarily cosmetic. The second step is going to be the most critical because you want to interchange x and y. What that means here is for every x that you see, replace it with y, and then for every y that you see, you replace it with x. Okay? Now, for the third step is use algebra and solve for y. Okay, so after you played switcheroo with x and y, just solve for y. Get y by itself, if you will, and that's where the algebra becomes very important. And then, once you solve for y, it's another cosmetic step. Replace y with the inverse function notation. It's f to the negative 1 of x. Now, you're not raising a function to the negative 1 power, but it looks like the negative 1 is the superscript. So you're replacing y with the inverse function notation, which is f inverse of x. So if you can find the inverse of this function, you can find the inverse of a polynomial function as well. So I'm Jimmy Chang, and those are the steps to inverse a polynomial function.